Good afternoon, everyone. This is Roman Shersher, your number one online resource for buying property with this week's Buy, Invest, Sell Update, a broker's formula for real estate success. Today is September 12th, 2025, and got a lot of stuff to discuss with you guys. Before I do, please remember, if you like this video, I'd love for you to share it on social media. Just please hit the share button, share it with your friends and family. Our views are going up. This content's getting out. We're making this more interesting. We're brought in now my beautiful, lovely partner and wife, Liana, to give us our current projects. And every week we're going to do a local spotlight on a local little city, a town here in the Los Angeles community. Today, she's got a great one on Beverly Hills. She'll go over that shortly and towards the end after we go over our content. Remember, guys, be sure to head over to Facebook or YouTube after this to check out the links to the content that give you raw data on what's going on in the real estate market. And it'll be links and slides to the content I'm going over today. Now, I bring this up every week. I wrote a book, and at this point, I've sold hundreds of homes, Los Angeles and Florida, and the markets couldn't be more different. Completely different markets, completely different paperwork, different laws. In Los Angeles, it's a disclosure state. You have to, California is a disclosure state. You have to disclose everything you know about the property. Florida, a buyer beware state. You have to investigate, and it's on you to investigate and find out everything. Completely different. In the process of buying all these properties, I've gotten a lot of knowledge, and I wrote a book on, it's packed with insider tips, and it'll save you anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 on properties that you purchase. And so if you'd like it, I'd love to give you a copy. Just go ahead and send me a link. And ask for a DM. Just send me a DM, ask for the book. I'd be glad to send it to you. No questions asked. All right, let's get into our content. So a new bill was passed called the Homebuyers Privacy Protection Act. This is a great bill. Guys, I don't know how many of you have bought property where you go to your lender and he pulls your credit. And as soon as your credit gets pulled, within an hour, you start getting calls from other lenders. They nonstop. Some of them, I've heard even scams where they portray themselves as the lender you're with to give them information so that they can go ahead and start an application. All of a sudden, you're doing a loan with another company who fraudulently told you that they were someone else, and they've taken the reins and taken you somewhere else. So the way this works, as soon as that credit pull is done, that credit bureau would immediately blast your information to all the lenders out there, who would then pound you via email, phone, text, calling. They would knock on your door. They would show up. It would be madness. You'd get 100 phone calls trying to get that mortgage business from you. That will be over as of March 5th, 2026, unless this bill, of course, gets challenged. So what this bill does, prohibits the abuse of what's known as trigger leads. That's what this is called. When a credit bureau sells the borrower's information immediately after a mortgage credit inquiry, it makes it illegal to do so unless you consent to it. And why would you consent to it? I don't know, it's up to you. But this has been a problem with this industry for a long time, and this was just passed. Legislation was just passed, and so excited about this. From now on, you pick your lender. You're not going to get bombarded by a million people calling you to get a new loan. All right. Now, August data came out and housing market trends. According to Realtor.com, inventory
grew for the 22nd straight month. So active listings are still increasing, but they're down actually month over month, and I'll go over that in a second. But active listings were up over 21% year over year. We are exceeding 1 million listings nationwide for the 4th straight month. And so inventory continues to be high, but that is decreasing. We're in our 2nd month actually of decreased inventory going up. And so now the inventory is actually declining for 2 months straight. And so it's coming back to a normal level as more buyers are coming to the market. The last couple of months have been very, very slow, very anemic. There's not a lot of buyers. I'll go into kind of something that's been going on across the country. But right now, that's normalized. Signs have shown in the last 2 months that that's starting to normalize. Market momentum is fading. So pending home sales are down. And this is because of the same factor. The buyers were sitting on the sidelines. In the last month, our rates have fallen significantly. And I tell you this, in the last week, I'm seeing a lot more activity. All of a sudden, 2 properties that we have that we've had listed that we have not had 1 offer on, I got 3 offers in on. So we're seeing now movement as these rates are decreasing. Sellers have been feeling the pressures. Sellers have been feeling the pressure of what's going on out there. 20.3% of listings had price cuts. And I reported to you about a month ago that about 13.5% of all listings were delisted because the sellers are just not getting the prices they want. There's not a lot of buyers out there, and the ones that are out there are making lowball offers out there. Some of them are getting them accepted, but it's really been very much a buyer's market just because there have not been buyers. But the problem is this time around, the sellers, they got equity. This isn't the 2007 market crash where people were buying at these tremendously high rates, putting 0 down, and all of a sudden we had a flood of foreclosures. We don't have foreclosures. On the contrary, we have a lot of sellers sitting with equity that don't need to sell. And as a result, what we're seeing is that a lot of them are saying, you know what, I'm going to just take my property off the market. And as you can see here, delistings rose 57% year over year, showing it's an indication of a further seller pullback. Okay. Here's what I was talking about in terms of the home buyers forcing the sellers, putting pressure on them. Okay. There's just been a shortage of home buyers over the last couple of months, just a shortage. We had open houses where we had 0 people walk through, and we did a ton of marketing. This is the same marketing that would flood these homes. And we had open houses where maybe not 0, we still had a couple of stragglers, but they were not serious buyers. I would say that there were 0 serious buyers that walked through. And this has been a problem. People have been just sitting on the sidelines waiting for these rates to fall, waiting for the Fed to announce that their rates are going to fall. And now we've started to see those rates fall. I'll tell you in just a moment just how far these rates have fallen. But what we've seen is a lot of pressure these buyers have been putting on these sellers to do a lot. Buyers put pressure on the sellers to lower their prices, put upfront money, give concessions, and not only concessions, but give credits. We've been seeing a lot of buy downs. Rates have been high. How do you get these buyers off the fence? Offer them for their rates to be lower in the first year or 2 or 3. So we've been seeing a lot of buy downs and other concessions that have been provided to them. We've been seeing a lot of requests for repairs. On one property, I talked to an agent the other day, the request for repairs that they received was over $100,000. This was on a $1 million+ property, not over $2 million, but we're talking about you're requesting a credit or request for repairs for 10% or more of the home price. That's unheard of in yesteryear's market. So you're seeing a lot of pressure, but I'm telling you right now, it's starting to ease up. We're starting to get phone calls from people that have been waiting and just monitoring the market. Why? Rates have begun to fall, and they've begun to fall significantly. How significant, you ask? Well, just 2 weeks ago, when I did this update, the 30-year fixed was at 6.5%. We are now at below 6.3. And just yesterday, we were at 6.27. So they're falling significant. The 15-year fixed was at 5.86. We're now at 5.72. The 30-year jumbo was at 6.45. We're now at 6.25, guys. The jumbo rate mortgage is below the regular 30-year fixed at 6.25%. That's the average out there. If you're putting larger down, it'll be even less than this. The FHA was 6.06. It's now a flat 6%. And the VA was 6.08. It's now 6.01. Just to put this in perspective, guys, look at this. On January 6th, we were at 7.16%. On October 23rd of 2023, the average rate was 7.91%. Okay? Let's look a little bit more recently. In May 26th of this year, our rate was at 6.97%. We were at 7% average 30-year fixed just in May, a couple of months ago. And now we are at 6.28%. And the Fed should be dropping the rates within a week. And that's going to start, hopefully, a domino effect of rate drops that will continue. So very excited. We're seeing buyers come off the sidelines, which will help both buyer activity and will help move the existing inventory that is still at a very high level. And so I recommend the sellers remain realistic. We're not out of the woodwork yet. Make sure you're listing your properties correctly. Make sure your properties are turnkey or as turnkey as possible. That's what we do with our sellers. We prepare the property. You don't just list it as is. Prepare the property so that a buyer will come in and is able to move right into it. Or make small little things, but you definitely have to create curb appeal. You have to create that move-in feeling. As far as buyers, definitely you still have an opportunity. Right now, you have an opportunity. I called this a month ago, that you have a window to buy in right now before the buyers start coming to market, and then all of a sudden we got multiple offers. I have a property that has been on the market for the last 2 months. We had 0 offers in the last 2 months with our huge marketing push. This week, we got 2 offers in on it. Now I'm dealing with a multiple offer situation. If I'm the buyer's agent on either of those, all of a sudden I'm competing with other people. I'm not going to get a $100,000 credit now. I'm not going to get a $40,000 credit now. It's going to be much harder for me to get my credits, to get any kind of concessions from the seller. So the market looks good. Now, let's move on. Let's go to our current projects. We got a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to let the lovely Liana take us back and talk to us about what we have in the pipeline. Let's stop the sharing and we're back. All right.
Hi, guys. Good to be back. Happy Friday afternoon, TGIF. As Roman mentioned, our 2 current listings, townhouse and condo listings, we're happy to announce that we have now received multiple offers on both properties. There's still a chance.
That's right.
There's still a chance. If you want to get in here, let us know right away before we send out counters. But hopefully those will be gone really soon. Congratulations to our sellers and buyers that we potentially are representing as well. And another current project that we have, we just opened escrow in Jacksonville, Florida. As you know, we do a lot of investing there in Jacksonville, Florida. We hold rentals and do flips as well. So we have a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath, cute home, always working class neighborhood. We're going to put this one into our rental portfolio. We're going to be turning a 3-bedroom house into a 4-bedroom house using the garage area. So that'll help bump up the rents and increase the property value. So stay tuned for the really fun renovation videos on that one. We'll be starting it hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Close in about 2.5 weeks.
Yep. Excited for that one. Keep adding them onto our portfolio. Moving back to Los Angeles, the place that I was born and raised in, Beverly Hills, lived in the Valley all my life. Today, the spotlight is on Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is a city that has a lot of history. Wanted to share it with you guys. So basically, Beverly Hills goes all the way back to the 1800s. It used to be Tonga territory, and then it became part of the Spanish land, part of a grant called the Rancho Rodeo de las Aguas, which means the gathering of waters. And then by the late 1800s, it was ranch land and lima bean fields. And then in 1906...
I did not know that.
Yeah, really fun fact. In 1906, investors led by Burton Green came looking for oil and unfortunately struck water. So that led to the Rodeo Land and Water Company and the building of the Beverly Hills Hotel, the iconic hotel that we all know and love. In 1912, that was built to attract buyers into this new neighborhood that was just launched. And the city was finally incorporated as Beverly Hills in 1914. And then Mary Pickford and Douglas Fairbanks built the Pick Fair in 1919. And ever since then, Beverly Hills began as home of the stars, iconic estates. So from lima bean fields to Beverly Hills luxury estates, that is how Beverly Hills was made. I love the Beverly Hills history story. And on that note, everyone loves a good deal in Beverly Hills. It's not all about $200-$300 lunches and dinners. Coming from the culinary field, I love giving you guys and sharing you guys great lunch deals. So a couple of great lunch deals in Beverly Hills right now. Novikov, Beverly Hills, fancy, luxurious Mediterranean Italian restaurant, but they offer a 2-course lunch menu for $39. That's it. You can add an extra course, wine or dessert for an extra $13, and you have an amazing lunch in Beverly Hills for under $50. Then we have Avra. Similar type of space and feel, more on the Mediterranean Greek cuisine. They also have a 3-course lunch prefix menu for only $39.95. We've both had it, taken my mom there for her birthday. Everyone loves it. Great deal.
Great.
And then a lot of you will probably know Valley natives, Bakari. Bakaris have been popping up all over. Here in Sherman Oaks, we have a fairly new one, and now they opened one in Beverly Hills as well. They have a really cool special that they launched, not for the faint of heart. It's an all-night, every night, 90-minute open bar with house wines, sangria, beers, for $32 a person, 90 minutes, all you can drink. Please drink responsibly. And you can upgrade for an extra $5 to have well cocktails included in that as well. So a lot of drinking, a lot of fun. I would push that one more towards the dinner time, but that's 3 great deals you can get in Beverly Hills right now. So hopefully the lucky buyer that purchases our condo in Beverly Hills will be enjoying one of these deals.
All right, let's get into our quote of the day. It is by Andrew Carnegie, a legendary industrialist and philanthropist, considered one of the world's wealthiest men and families in history. His quote is this: "The wise young man or wage earner of today invests his money in real estate." Very straightforward. This wealthy family knew back in the day that real estate is a timeless wealth building tool, valued by some of history's most successful individuals as this smart, stable foundation for future prosperity. Remember, guys, Land, they're not building any more of it. So Andrew Carnegie, the wise young man or wage earner of today, invests his money in real estate. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, September 12th, for this week's edition of Buy, Invest, Sell, Broker's Formula for Real Estate Success. I wish you guys a happy weekend. Stay safe. Don't drink too much. Just enough is good. And we will see you here next week.
Bye.